Go from Denver. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 27, Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Titan football. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans. Just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Willis. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter. And goes to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Here's Willis. And Ingram hauls it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Henry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. A gain of 2, just like we saw in 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out. That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Huntley. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The Broncos now are 2-5 to start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a mug partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Huntley to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, Huntley. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is,
second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Titans. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Huntley's throw there complete to Myers. 23 yards to pick up there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Shifts by him.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Williams, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams again. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Huntley. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Tigers 14, Broncos 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Take it in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you have your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Come on.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Huntley. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Let's go now. Back to 60.
First and 10, Willis. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Last play of the half, Willis.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it'll be intercepted.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Titans.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The busy night continues for Williams. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Williams going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down.
Huntley
The quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the count?
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big run that time by Henry. 74 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp kicked.
And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
103 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off-play action. Huntley. Rolling to his left. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Huntley. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse.
Touchdown! Javonte Williams with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up, and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Willis now off of play action. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alert! Alert!
Up the middle, it's Williams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Huntley. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
18 Rattlers.
Looking to throw. Huntley. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Willis looking to throw it. Forced out to his left. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Now Huntley. He's got Smith-Schuster.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Huntley.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Smith-Schuster again, and he'll be out right at the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down.
Huntley.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw.
They'll get this out wide to Penny.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about a little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the